That's weird.
Yeah.
Traverse?
Traverse adultery. That is a highly negative thing. Why would you say adultery? Why are you telling us that? That is pretty disturbing. Welcome back. I'm not sure how to really pronounce that. Deleon Gadidi 80. Hello. I'm sorry I can't pronounce that.
We know who that is.
Spirit Owls. Hi Patricia. Hi everybody.
Look.
We're starting to get
cards.
okay.
Adultery average cards.
It just said traverse adultery average cards. Altar. It's sitting on something with spiritual protection around it. With
so the ovilus is going off right now.
Hi Xavier, what's up, dude?
Yeah, it's going off right now.
Communicate spirit. It doesn't want us to close this yet. So this Pam the doll is wanting to communicate. I think it just traversed here, and it's pretty disturbing that it just said adultery. And there's a lot of demons and devils that are affiliated with that particular negative
Spirit
thing.
Communicate through altar.
Yeah. Oh, you're at work, Xavier? Sorry to hear that. Well, hope everything's going good. Not that it's like a negative thing to work. It's actually really good for you, but hope everything's going okay at work. It just said bunny out. Hopping out? Is that what bunny?
Spirit bunny out.
Spirit hopping out? Bunny. Maybe? Is that what it's referring to, bunny?
Could be. Yeah, just like you said.
Yeah. So it's probably ran its course just now. Spirits will come in and out very fast, so it's probably hopping in and out. This device has said portal a few times too in the past in this area. Simone and Caesar and I are watching. Oh, how you guys all doing? So as far as release dates, I have an official release date for our first night in Dyer Lane, and it's basically a kickoff and to give you a taste of what we're doing. I gave you a little reminder.
Yeah.
So we're looking at March the 1st, and the reason why is because there's so much. It just said modern, so maybe this is like a time thing. So entities could be coming, traversing in different time frames. Maybe it just it's looking at us in modern. So maybe where it was just at is it's basically describing of the time frame that they're seeing. We are in a modern time.
So everybody live right now, you're basically on a ghost hunt right now.
Yeah, in a
You're
way.
in your own little ghost adventure right now.
Pretty
watching
much
it.
Fog House. Interesting. So, yes. So, yeah, this release date has been pushed out a lot, and I do apologize for that. And like I said, it's taking a toll on me. The captures that we take, every time I investigate this doll, it does usually take a toll on me. But every time I go through these experiences, it's making me much more self-empowered. And actually, I've been told by other mediums that basically I'm like a warrior in this. I'm going through constant spiritual battles, but I'm on the winning side here. You know, reap quick. House quick reap. Oh, I would also like to show you why this entity is very dangerous and how it takes holds on me. You got necklaces like this that are customly built for spiritual protection. These rosaries, both of them are broke by the entities in this doll. This one was threaded with normal threading, like double threaded. This one has been threaded with wire, metal wire, double threaded metal wire.
That's
Complete. All right. Oh yeah, I'll get to that. So the reason why I think those ones broke is because it was trying to challenge me. And it's actually a really hello Priyanka. You are warriors. Oh yeah, we definitely are. So it was trying to challenge me, and when a necklace apparently gets cut by these entities, it's actually not a bad sign. It's actually a good sign. It shows that this protection is actually effective to these things. This actually saved me from getting attacked. And it's actually showing a lot more intimidation against those things. So, and also, you know, studying the knowledge in this is also very effective against it too as well. Is there anything you wanted to add that you feel like you needed to say? Some.
Okay.
S-U-M. So.
Well, yeah, like he was touching on protection. There are all kinds of different ways of protection, though rosary beads and everything else. But I also believe in stones and crystals.
Yes.
Also, like posted around your house. I remember my grandma, who was into the paranormal big time. You know, being that a lot of my family came from Louisiana, New Orleans. She would put salt around the doorways and windows.
Yep.
So there's all kinds of ways of protections.
Oh,
You know, some are old-fashioned and deemed as wives' tales, or some actually work.
Yeah, and some of the easy things that you could just go to a metaphysical shop, or even you could get online nowadays, are crystals like this. Timid. Maybe it feels timid by me holding this. Notice I just grabbed this. This is selenite right here. This really shuts down negative entities. You could get these, like I said, at metaphysical shops or online. Very, very high. I just said timid ghost. Oh, see, like I said, that's how effective these things are. They are intimidated by this because this shuts down negative energy. Okay, selenite. Meditation. That's definitely effective as well. Yes. Those you could also, you know, get holy water like this. These are very great to use for protection, especially against demonic stuff. There's so many different types of crystals that you could use. I don't know where to begin. You basically kind of just want to look up stuff that basically will disband demonic forces or negative energies, and your main ones are going to be like clear crystal, black tourmaline, selenite, and there's so many others too that I can name off, but I don't want to kind of blow too much information in your mind all at once. Even white sage, when you smudge your house, don't throw away your acid. It just said unclear Satan. Okay, let me show. Yeah.
Okay.
So there it is, right there. Oh, it's like reverse. But yeah, that's something that is very common that these entities will say to try to kind of knock me off my shoes and try to intimidate me, but it doesn't work. So this right here, white sage. Don't throw away your ashes because they can be effectively protective for you. You could get those little white glass containers. And just kind of bottle them up and save them. And you could also use that as protection too. It's actually a very magical thing to use for protection. Selenite, you don't have to worry about that absorbing too much negative energy because you actually use that crystal to actually recharge your crystals. It basically self-recharges itself. You don't have to worry about that absorbing dark energies for too long. Hi, Jennifer. As far as like the investigations and stuff with why things have been postponed so much, not just because the effects that these
Life,
investigations,
this work schedule,
yeah, working
weather.
between jobs, weather. That's a big
The
one.
weather sucks out here now.
Yeah,
so,
weather's been getting pretty crazy. Hello. That was me, huh? No.
No.
What fell? Didn't you hear that, right?
Yeah,
Play it.
that wasn't you.
Okay, something fell. Maybe it just was balanced. I'm not sure. I guess we're just gonna have to review the footage. Things will happen live, and we just don't know what to expect. So, yeah, this is Pam the doll. I actually forgot to introduce this doll to everybody. Pam the doll. We used to call it the Ann doll. The reason why you hear me talk about this in my previous vlogs is because we didn't establish a name for it yet. The reason why for that is because I was trying to get a name out for it, but I couldn't really nail a name out, and I wanted to be sure what it could be. I got the true name to what is actually in this doll. Not a nickname, but the true name to it. I don't want to release that information just yet. You will get that in the film when you watch it. But Pam is short for what the true name is. Mm-hmm. And having the power of its true name has its benefits. And believe me, it's definitely made an effect on my life, getting this heavy wet blanket off my back, getting this true name. And it's definitely, I think it is intimidated that I do have power of its name, and it's pretty interesting that this just stops at unclear Satan. That's pretty interesting. So, yeah, this is Pam the doll, and it's the first object that I have out of all these objects that I know for sure that is extremely active, it's extremely dangerous, and I believe that it's also it has some ties with the attachment from my childhood. And it is, one of the things that I will say is that it does it does command over 1,000 spirits. So it's something that is very powerful, has never existed in human form, and only in spirit form. Crystals Parza 56. Crystal Parza 56. How are you? Is there anything that you feel that I've missed that we need to cover for everybody?
No, that's pretty much it. All I can say is, well, from our point of view and our team, everybody, we're going to have a lot of stuff coming out, you know. Yep. We're working on getting a night 3 of Dyer Lane together.
Oh, yeah. That's... Wife tea.
Okay. All right. Maybe your lady wants some tea. We go get some more Dyer Lane footage together for you. And hopefully in the future, as everything work out, we're going to be investigating a couple of...
Fan 420, how are you?
Yeah, we're going to be investigating a couple of other haunted places. Yes. We got a lot of exciting stuff coming.
Oh yeah, and believe me, once stuff starts getting released, it's gonna go bam, 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 bam. Mm-hmm. A lot of stuff is just gonna get laid out.
And by the way, if you're in this with us, all our viewers, if you guys got something, an idea, you want us to go check out, shoot us some, shoot us a message, and we'll see what we can do.
As long as it's not anything that's like 1,000 miles away or anything like that, because we are kind of trying to keep it as local as possible, not too far out.
Some of us get homesick when they travel for more than 3 days. So,
so basically, like, we will make out like farther out. Right now,
we just standing pretending local because we just, like I said, we just getting started.
Yeah, we're just getting started with this, and we're getting the water boiling. When we get it boiling, we're going all out, and we're going to go everywhere possible, whatever hot spots that are out there, especially ones that haven't been really explained yet, and that's what we're all about, is truth. We're truth seekers. We're trying to unveil that. Yeah. We're trying to show everybody that. And Dyer Lane, I could tell you right now, I'm not going to release this information yet, but I'm going to tell you right now, we have answers out there that I believe I haven't heard anybody getting. And just to clarify stuff that has been myths all these years, urban myths, and in fact actually really happened.
Yeah, that's some of the stuff is, we got a great research team. Mm-hmm. We try to separate the urban myth from the fact.
Yes.
And we found some interesting stuff, and there's more to come.
Okay, we just got law industry.
Okay.
So, I like I said earlier, the ovilus device, these spirits will start saying stuff that may not make sense at first. I found stuff on investigations we've done on night one that we filmed in September, and I'm still adding up patterns from that investigation, and that's kind of why part of the reason why I'm pushing this release date to the first is because of some things that I've found out have opened up some questions that I'm just now starting to collaborate the answers for, and just lining them up, like Charles said, separating the explained from the unexplained. You know, because we got to be 100% precise on this.
We gotta get as much of the truth as possible.
Yeah.
And we don't want to add some special effects and corporate America channels all in your business. No, we're just trying to tell it to you straight up.
Yep.
That's why we're keeping it small and simple like this.
Yep, and negative forces, they'll try to do the best they can to get us to stop, to want us to stop talking about this, to want us to not investigate a location. And demons understand the future. They know when you're going out somewhere. They will maybe shut off your car, make you have car problems. Remember, I started having car problems just before we went to Direland. Mm-hmm. I started having car problems. And it starts leading to other stuff. People could get sick. All of a sudden, they drop down with flu or something.
Bad misfortune.
Cold, they cause exactly like you said, bad misfortune. They'll try to stop us. I respect it way more when no evidence comes up than when it's falsified and added effects. Exactly. And that's not where
when they add the music, and it's like, it went off. And they have the spooky music too.
Exactly.
We ain't trying to do all of that. No.
That stuff is all good and fun, but when it comes to getting into the real scientific facts of this stuff, we don't want to, contaminate too much stuff to where you can't hear what's really going on. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna want to bear with us when it comes to us maybe standing out from a lot of other stuff you may watch, because we're basically. We're going to add some, a creepy atmosphere to it, but when it comes to when it's time to tune in, what's happening, what's going on, and we want you to hear what's really going on, not what's being added in. So I want everybody to understand that that's with everything that I've studied over the years. I don't want to make this for nothing. Shoes. Wicked. Okay, well, are the sight. Well, its feet may be referring as shoes. As it's shooting energy that it doesn't like on the site because it's wicked. I don't know. This is stuff that I gotta add up and try to figure out what this thing is trying to tell me because it's been talking a lot right now. So. It's burning its feet. See, I'm telling you, I have a sense of some of the stuff that this thing is trying to say because I know exactly how its personality is. It doesn't like having this stuff. It also has all these crystals: black tourmaline, black obsidian, smoky crystal quartz, and direction. And also has clear quartz on here all around its neck. So it also has a bag of crystals down here.
They're all crystalled out.
Yeah. By the way, I was told by a medium that she does not want anybody touching the doll. She does not recommend anybody from the team touching the doll, which kind of makes me feel like it's probably because I'm its primary owner, or it could be tied to my attachment. So, therefore, me touching the doll, it's less effective. Yeah, it could make me sick maybe, but I don't let that happen because I'm a little bit more self-empowered to allow that to happen. So, let's see. Did I read that? Oh, yes, I did. So, yeah, another thing I also want to add is what I found out is that if people are in need of like stuff like holy water and they feel like they have to go to a church to get holy water, you don't necessarily have to. You could do this yourself at home, just with ordinary tap water, just by blessing it yourself. It's certain. Yeah, I'm very certain about that. Um, so you basically just really want to have a face. Yeah. Okay. So you really just have to have a really strong faith in what you're doing. You want to put all your highest and light energy into this blessing in your water. That's all it takes. Basically, just allowing positive energy to really put this positive effect on this water to protect you and what you would be using it for. Yes, if you feel like you want to get it done by a priest, go do it. Don't let that stop you, because you could go right into a church and they will not turn you down. They will give you the holy water you need, especially if you say that you have you're having some problems with negative forces, energy. England, that's came up before a lot. Remember, there's some captures that I've had with a woman with an English accent, and I have a feeling that one of these spirits or the entity in charge with this doll likes to use that accent. And you'll hear that in some of the captures. Papa Zero, hello, how are you? So when we went out to Dyer Lane and we brought this object out there, this is an experiment that I had to do. I was drawn to do it, and I was drawn to do that for a reason. First reason is that I knew this before I even researched it, that when you bring a haunted object to a haunted or very highly active area, there's going to be reactions. It's like having a chemical reaction, like putting something very cold in something hot. There's going to be an implosion of activity. Front. Okay. Energy England front. All right. So doing this, there's no wonder why we have so much activity captured, and apparitions, faces, disembodied, so many disembodied voices, and some experiments that I've done in one of our first investigations. Remember how me and Corinthian put those dolls all together, 700 objects all together in a circle.
By the way, for those who don't know, Corinthian's our other colleague.
Yes.
He couldn't be here with us tonight.
Yep.
But yeah, he's our other investigator.
Other investigator. We also have a really good camera operator,
Brandon.
Brandon, he's really cool. We're gonna we'll do this again another time, another Q&A with all the investigators together.
Yeah, time to be determined.
And you could even meet Brandon, our camera guy. He's a cool guy. Hey, Nicole. So, we got a lot of cool people. We also got some new recruits. Patricia, she's been chatting it up in our comment section.
And we got my man Austin, aka Bone Crusher.
Yeah, all these people you're going to see coming up in investigations as we start releasing full content. I do have some small documentary shorts in our post where I'm going over subjects like another reality and focus on emotional energy. And I'll probably be doing a little bit of small projects like that throughout time, just basically giving information for people that are wanting to get into the field and trying to get an understanding without having to go to the library or read up on it, just listen.
Yeah.
So that type of stuff. And based on everything I have learned and going out in the field and my experiences, everything that I'm researching, everything that we're working on, I've been drawn and guided based on everything that I have experienced, and it's adding up and making sense and opening me up, not just spiritually, but I think some type of gift within me that I'm not aware of. I'm not saying I'm a medium or anything, but I think that there is a spiritual divine connection of some of the reasons why I have been drawn to taking some of the pictures that I've taken, because I've taken a lot of pictures.
A lot of good orb captures. Like,
yes.
I mean, phenomenal.
And some of the stuff is like, how did I know it was going to be right there? I'm talking not just orbs, full body apparitions, faces, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And there's reasons why. It's because I think that there's something guiding me that I have to take a picture. I feel this stuff. Charles will feel this stuff. And the interesting thing is there's a chain effect, because I'll feel something and Charles immediately, before I even get the word out, he'll say something. There's even times where I had things jumping into me and I've reacted to it right on cue, and it's happening the same time I'm reacting to it. Mm-hmm. So there's things like that where I'm kind of questioning myself. I'm like, maybe it said glass.
Again.
Glass. The other time it said class.
Oh.
It said glass. And there's glass right here. There's something in here in the glass. So it what was that?
Who knows?
Okay.
All right.
So, anyways, so yeah, a lot, and I was just about to say there's a lot. Mm-hmm. That's interesting. There's a lot of stuff that we're gonna be doing that I can't wait, and I'm very anticipated to share with everybody. Thank you for the follow, Pankrats Justin. How you doing, Justin? So there's a lot of stuff that we're going to be releasing, and I just can't wait, because what if a ghost finds me? Well, ghosts and spirits and entities that we can't see could be roaming around us at any point in time.
I don't know where you at.
I don't mean to scare anybody, but that's an interesting answer, Pam, because this doll knows I sense this stuff. What did I say? I'm here. Get a belt and dip it in holy water. Oh, Patricia, that's
for
decent
like
advice right there.
Yeah, that's for like when. Yeah, we'll say that for another time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's in the minority section.
One thing. That's a good one.
Yeah, we'll say that for another time. You can't reveal that yet.
So, one thing I have to say is, when you're out investigating, it's the Deli King.
Yeah, I know who it is.
Yeah, exactly. So, what I want to let everybody know is, when you're out in the field and you're investigating things that are malevolent or benevolent, try not to use any kind of provocation with these entities. Yeah, do not provoke, please. The doll answered your question. Exactly. Yeah. That's the intelligence about the response chain. I was talking about the chain. That's pretty interesting. Or it could be talking about a chain, my attachment, and the doll.
Dip the chain in holy water.
See?
Dip the chain in holy water.
See? So, you don't really want to use hour like as in the hour. Mm-hmm. You don't want to use provocation. Try not to. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a moment where I end up using provocation, because an entity is giving child problems. When it comes to that, me being a father, I don't like that, and I don't like things bullying, especially innocent children. And I will do what it takes to, in a safe manner, to kind of, if it tries to hide, because these entities will try to hide from us, especially if we're intimidated to them. So sometimes, if needed, the provocation then starts coming in hand, and then we'll try to help drive the spirit out. I am 100% against provocation and threatening spirits. Exactly, and I think that's definitely, well, not even think, that is a fact. So, because you can get attached really badly, and that you're challenging the spirit. Exactly. You don't want to challenge it. Challenging it could lead to very bad. That's a very consequential thing to do. You don't want to do that. Try not to do that. Let's see. Power of important boundaries and the use of power of 3. Exactly. And I am willing to invoke spirits in order to gain power. Oh, jeez. Just
Belly spirit.
Yeah, that sounds like just.
Yeah.
Don't listen to Justin. He's this guy's goofy. Justin, we love you, but
he's got an attachment called Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
So yeah, we know. We know this already.
Justin, we love you, dude. Justin's a old friend of ours. He's just yanking your chain. Exactly like what the doll said, chain. So but so, anyways, and laughter is good. It's good for the soul, So
yeah, we're a very how should we say, different type of crew.
Yeah.
We laugh a lot because some things are funny.
Exactly.
Or sometimes you just got to laugh at it.
Yep. So, and let's read this. It's just like approaching a stranger. You wouldn't approach a stranger and start making threats.
No.
No, exactly. Because you don't know what their intentions are. You don't know what they're going to do. And also, sometimes fighting fire with fire is not a good thing either. So, guess what negative entities don't like? Kindness, peace, love. They don't like that stuff. And AH, that actually means something.
What is that?
I gotta look that up. I actually looked that up the other day because
I think we've heard something like that before.
Medium router. Hey, how are you, Seth? We have Pam the doll present right now, and she's talking a lot, Mama. So.
Sorry, just an
idea. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Justin, it. Yeah. So, Z.
Mama?
Z, wait. AH, Mama, Z. Okay. So, hi. How are you today? We're just going over basically that the use of provocation with spirits and or negative entities during a investigation is I highly don't recommend because you don't need to use this to drive out negative forces. They don't like it says record. You're being recorded. Yeah, I know you're aware of that. It's good to let us know. Thank you for that. So glad to catch you all. That is great. Or this is great. Thank you so much. And I don't really support provocation because provocation could lead to dangerous outcomes, especially for investigators. So, kindness, cheerfulness, laughter, peace and love, they don't like those kind of things. So provocation to get a reaction is actually really not needed in an investigation. And the only times I feel like I said, using provocation is probably in a situation that involves a child being victimized by a demonic spirit, because I don't like children being bullied. Mm-hmm. So, but I will try to make my way around having to use provocation. Vern. Is there meaning to Vern? I know Vern as a name.
Vern is Vernon?
Jim Bernie?
Know what I mean, Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I go to Dire Lane and provoke the spirits? Justin said.
No, you can do that right at Winco, homie.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, like I said, laughter's good for the soul. And thank you, Justin, for making us laugh. Appreciate that. Pattern, like I was saying earlier, some of the stuff this entity is saying is going to add up to a pattern, and it's just something that I'm going to have to go over. So most times with the ovilus device, you're probably not going to exactly solve what it's trying to tell you right on cue. It just takes a little reviewing and kind of adding things up. And some things that entities will say, how did you acquire the doll Pam? So there's a little bit of a long story, but beware the pattern.
Okay. What you break it down about Pam? Say that for a whole series, because this is going to be a whole nother thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. Well, to summarize it,
yes,
I'm going to summarize it. I'm not going to make it any, and I don't want to give away too much either. Exactly. So right off the bat, to summarize it, the doll is not from my childhood. It's not from my childhood. It's something that was acquired, that I have purchased from just a secondhand store. And the reason why I got it is because I was drawn to get it. And there's no coincidence why I was. And I think that because I was drawn to get it is because of some things that have attached to me when I was a child. And like I said, it took a long period of time to overcome those attachments. So to have more self-empowerment over this. So it doesn't like me discussing that over live, probably. That's probably why it's saying beware. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. And I'm going to be discussing a lot of this story, this background about Pam the doll, and what effects that has had on me acquiring this doll. And as soon as I basically started tapping into getting answers with the doll, all sorts of shit was happening. So stay tuned for more of that information, because there's a whole lot about this doll.
This is just the beginning.
Yeah, and the name is just a short for what its true name is, and I don't want to release that just yet. Because I appreciate you sharing that story. Thank you. So there's a lot of stuff, and this doll right here is just the beginning, and it's basically this has been a huge lift off my back, finding out mysteries about this object right here, because I know it has some type of ties with me. And ever since I started having these answers, a lot of positive things have been happening. I've been seeing a lot of numbers like 1111. I've been seeing numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4 and stuff, like just 5, 5, 5, 5, and even 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, stuff like this that were like good signs, and let's also make it clear that, signs like 3, 3, 3, 3, people, threes, it's demonic. Well, not in that case, really, when you're seeing 3, 3, 3, 3. 3 is actually a very divine and magical number, a very spiritual number, but demons will do things to mock the Holy Trinity. So they will also do things like 3 knocks. They'll manifest in 3 different ways simultaneously in one moment sometimes, like a smell, a disembodied voice, and a manifestation. They'll do that. They'll manifest in 3s. So there's other things, 3 scratch marks symbolizing the mark of the Holy Trinity. what is the best way to get rid of a bad spirits? Of bad spirits. I had opened a Ouija board 10 years ago and said it to take over me. If there are any bad spirits, I later tattooed 11 on my leg. This is a true story. 11. Oh.
Yeah, you got to sit down and talk with him about that.
Well, I'll definitely be glad to talk to you about that. Probably.
Yeah, Justin, make an appointment, Justin. Make an appointment. Yeah. He'll talk to you.
Oh, yeah, we got you. We'll talk to you and help you with some answers about that, definitely. Let's see. I see angel numbers every day. I will go hours without checking the time, and then the one time I do, I'll see an angel number. You need to do lives more often. Definitely curious about your dolls. Thank you so much, Seth. Yeah, some of these objects are very active. This is my most active object and ever. It's most. It answers sometimes before I could even say it. It is my most active object ever, and it just said ever. It likes to talk. It's very intelligent, but there's highly negative entities. Soldier.
I remember before it was saying soldier.
Yeah, it did. I remember that. See, patterns. There's patterns we got to add up here because I will in being serious. Oh yeah, I believe you, Justin. I'm not at all denying that you really have about that 11. I just definitely want to talk. There's a lot of depth to that.
Go into about
yeah,
that.
Exactly. Agreed. What were you saying about waking up to knocks? Oh, so not just waking up, but
knocks in 3.
They like to start in 3 knocks.
Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah, and
knock.
Yeah, and the entity in this doll that's in charge in here over all the other multiple entities in it, likes to mock the Holy Trinity. It'll like to manifest stuff in 3s, and it likes to respond in 3s too. Sometimes you'll be asking it a question and a yes or no question, but I light up once for yes and light up 2 for no, and all of a sudden it'll do it 3 times instead. And then you ask it like, did you just mock the Holy Trinity? And then it'll do once for yes. It does stuff like that, and it understands what it's doing. Later Jess. Okay.
Later joke. Jess is a gesture.
Gesture. Yeah. Yes. Wow. I'm kind of getting scared now. Oh, don't be scared because then you'll attract it. Don't be intimidated by Pam, especially because they feed off that stuff. You don't really want to be scared. There's no reason to be scared because we are on the winning side, and it's just positive stuff, positive doings, being kind to others, service to others, and just not giving in to negative influences. And it actually makes a big difference in your life. And I've felt that over the course of time of my research and being in the field. I've already... Wait, who joined? I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but hello there. How are you? I agree with you also, Medium Seth. We are going to have to do some live stuff here and there.
Well, yeah, we'll make sure we get more live feeds going on.
This is our first time doing this.
Yeah, we just wanted to see what you guys wanted to see.
Oh, yeah,
Let us know what you like.
Oh, exactly. I commonly hear 3 knocks that awake me. That's probably not a good thing. So basically what you're going to want to do is definitely start getting yourself some spiritual protection, Justin. I strongly recommend that when you get this spiritual protection to actually have faith that it's going to work. Don't give it any kind of fear. Be dominant with yourself. Don't provoke it. I love it. I'll shout you all out in my live too. Oh, thank you, Seth. I really appreciate
sure.
that. That's awesome.
All right.
Damn.
That's cool.
I really appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Yeah, so, and like I said, we're going to be doing possibly more lives later in the future, and I hope to make things as professional as possible. This is our first setup. Try to do something a little experimental and interesting for everybody, because I had a kind of drawn feeling that, you know, for the first live ever that we have Pam with us, I'll be here to have something to say because we're going to be talking about specific subjects. When we start talking about specific subjects, it starts responding. So, and it understands this. So, and I just figured I wanted to get it live to make sure everybody could see some live action of that, because I'm about authenticity and not added effects, because solid guy. Thank you so much. I just, you know, I love scary movies. I love watching movies and stuff, but you know, when it comes to this line of work, I want to make it as authentic as possible, because if we're going out there and you know, putting ourselves in danger doing this stuff, I mean, I don't want to really think about that I'm putting ourselves in danger, because as humans, we're spiritually empowered enough to overcome these negative forces. We don't let these negative influence get to us. Nope. We stay positive, and they fear that. The knowledge is important too, and we want to keep it that way and help maybe influence others to get out in the field and do things the same way we're doing it too.
And just remember, you're in control.
Exactly.
You're in control at all times.
Can this bring sleep paralysis and sense of something in the room? Oh, most definitely. Yeah. And you know what's interesting is that I've had a lot of sleep paralysis throughout my childhood. As an adult, much less. And especially now, I think I had one sleep paralysis experience, and that was, I think I was dreaming, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't. And also, even though if I was dreaming, this was a dream within a dream. So I woke up from a dream in my bed, and I was in a sleep paralysis, and then I woke up from that as if it was some type of missing time. Like it just all of a sudden stopped, and then it was morning, it was daylight, the alarm was going off. So I can't really put my foot down if it was a dream in a dream, or there's some type of missing time to the sleep paralysis. Let me know if you are going through the same thing though, because there is a lot of people that go through the same type of similar stuff that matches up, and sensing something in the room. And definitely sleep paralysis, if you're sensing stuff in the room, and like I said, spiritual protection, black tourmaline, clear crystal quartz, black obsidian. There's several different things that you can use to place around your room, especially if you put like selenite on your door, on the threshold of your door, and the threshold of your door. I'm sorry, I can't even speak right now. The threshold of your door. Good luck, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. On the threshold of your door, in the corners of your room, especially where you sleep at. And just basically even the power of prayer along with that also helps too. And it's good for your consciousness too. And just basically you want to keep a positive mind to everything you're doing too. And this goes for even at work. I face this at work. I face a lot of negative people that I have to be around at work because of the environment that I live in. There's some negative things that will happen sometimes. So, but I don't let that get to me, and that's why I try to make a really good choice by making a positive St. Michael prayer. I once felt leg being lifted straight up in the sky during sleep, but I feel I wasn't fully asleep. It pulled me, and I was resisting, but couldn't speak. It was very strong, and I was panicked. Definitely understand what you're talking about, too. It almost started lifting my whole body up until I screamed, stopped, and sleep. Actually, it stopped. And it stopped. Yeah, sometimes you could actually break through the sleep paralysis. I've done it before, and it actually takes a lot out of you, but you want to get out of that sleep paralysis. This is awesome. Thanks for answering, as I know I can answer in person, but want to share. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Justin. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And yeah, I understand what you're talking about with your leg being lifted. As a child, I've experienced things like walking on the bed.
Now, talk about leg being lifted. That's that first experience. Remember, I told you I was walking back into my kitchen, and it felt like somebody took both of my legs and did the wheelbarrow all the way out of my body. That's that feeling. Or even when you sleep, like you feel like you're out of your body, and then when you crash back into your body, it just feels weird.
Yes, and actually, I've had a dream. Speaking of dreams, recently, where I've had this over a course of time over the years. Weird dreams that kind of tell me stuff, I feel like. And one of the dreams that I want to go over is that I had a levitation ability. I was totally drained and petrified. It felt 100% real. Oh,
yeah.
I 100% believe you. I 100% believe you. I know exactly that feeling. And I will actually answer to that just after I tell you about this. This dream I had a levitation ability. Take me to Dyer Lane. Xavier, you want to go to Dyer Lane? All right, well, we'll try to make that happen. Oh my God, that's terrifying. Well, actually, in a good way, though, I was levitating. This was an ability I had in my dream, and I kind of consciously knew this. And first, I was showing my fiance, like, look what I could do. Like, all of a sudden, I had the ability to just look at my feet and just make myself hover away from the ground a little bit. And then it progressed to, like, I was telling everybody look. And then I was doing it, like, more higher, and I was able to, like, I horizontaled myself over people, and they were watching me just wowed. And then I would go back into a vertical mode and then land back on my feet. And I was doing this like I knew exactly what I was doing. I do my research and get the basics down. Oh yeah, definitely, that's important. And yeah, I have a lot of dreams like this where I'll be in spirit form too, and I'll walk through walls and fast forward myself to where I want to go, and consciously I'm aware of this and I understand it in my dream. Created an Instagram just for you. The great content in the demon history. Is there a little demon that pretends to be perfect and nice, but in the end claims your soul? Thank you both for this. Gonna make dinner, then do my live in a bit. Have a great night. Oh, you too as well, Seth. I really appreciate you coming and checking us out. I'll have to jump on your live too and check you out too.
Yep.
Definitely. Thank you so much for your support.
All right, Seth.
Take care. And about going back to, the Jennifer's leg lifting experience with the paralysis. Now, there's things that happen during sleep paralysis. I've had my toes touched. I've had this feeling like my bed was shaking. I've had what felt like focus.
You're gonna say Greg?
Yeah, I didn't even know that. Did you hear it say Greg?
No.
Yeah, that's random.
It's telling you to focus.
Okay, so, well, I'm going to
That's
stay
me
put.
bumping into this.
Yeah. Don't be alarmed, everybody.
Let me move this out here.
So, anyways, like this ovilus device said, I need to focus. I just got a little fogged up just now. But anyways, so I've had my bed shaking before as a child. Not really shaking, but almost like a vibration feeling. But one thing that really got me was the walking on the bed. Like I felt like feet walking all over the bed, and actually sitting on my bed, and actually having a sit imprint on my bed, and actually feeling that and feeling it rise up. And sleep paralysis. Walking on the bed was a common thing, and sleep paralysis. Of these things looking at me, basically like on the ceiling. They'll be on the ceiling like in a almost like a crab kind of effect, and they're like this, and they're looking down at you like this, but the neck's broken, and it's completely looking back, broken, right? And I can't move, I can't speak, and we're just having a stare down with it just like this, looking at me. And it felt like an eternity. It'd probably be like 5 to 7 minutes sometimes at a time that I'd be suffering with this. But this is something that has happened more than once. And I'm sorry that you have experienced those types of things, because I know exactly where you're coming at. But there's ways to overcome that. And when it is next, darling, can I come? I will behave. You were clearly very sensitive from a young age. Most definitely. And I think that I've been drawn to this for a reason. I think these entities knew this from the get-go when I was a child. Petrifying. Oh, yes, I definitely agree. And I was petrified, too. Just said Roe. Wait, Bill Roe. So I think that it knew that what I was going to do in my line of work later on, and I think that it tried to cause distractions throughout my life, and that's part of what an attachment will do. It'll try to distract you into who you really are, to getting closer to your higher self. It's going to try to do that, and sadly, this is a real thing. So, best thing is just keep positive, spread that positiveness to others, and like I said, service to others.
Live good.
Live good, exactly.
Just live good.
And you
live your best life.
And exactly. And as far as like service to others, that doesn't mean don't like love yourself. You want to love yourself. You want to learn how to forgive yourself before you can learn to forgive others too. Because if you can't forgive yourself, you can't forgive others. You were about to say how to overcome it. Yeah, how to overcome that. Like I said, you're gonna want to. You want to really connect yourself with positive doings. So spreading cheerfulness, kindness, peace, and love, and those types of things, and not showing fear. Don't let it scare you, and actually just really cause your. Oh, something happened. It's a notification on my phone. I'm sorry. So you really want to not let these entities intimidate you, but intimidate them with peace and love. And also, if needed, also to help you, is selenite, black tourmaline crystal. If you don't remember some of the stuff that I'm telling you, you could always contact us, DM us, comment us, and we'll help you out with any information.
Anyone needs advice on, just feel free to reach out.
Yep, reach out
because
to us.
if it's something we don't, we go reach out to you.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we're going to go ahead and close this out. We're definitely going to start doing some live streams in the future. Don't worry, this is not going to be our only one. Sorry, I'm kind of making a weird light effect by standing in front of the light. But yeah, I think that this was a good experience, and I am a very, very positive person and spread joy everywhere. Oh, that's really good.
That's what's needed right there.
Very healthy level of self-love too. I feel protected on my guardian angels, but this still happens. So basically what it's trying to do is challenge you. And
confront it.
Exactly.
Confront it.
But you don't want to do it in a provocative way.
Do it out of way of curiosity.
Yes,
like, what do you want?
Selenite, and have lots of it too. Have some black tourmaline too. That's very good.
What you're going to have to do is reach out to her, directly message and.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to. Yeah. There's a lot I think I need to go over to help her.
7 seconds.
Oh, is it closing out?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're going to get going. It's closing out. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.